On this Burnout Extra, we're going to talk about our experiences with our ATVs and whether or not you should buy one, in case you were wondering.
So we actually have merch now. Check out his shirt. That is the basic The Burnout Show logo shirt. You can check it out at burnoutshow.com/shop. And that's where you can find both this shirt and the banana peel shirt. We have those currently in stock. Like I said, check them out. They're not that expensive. Purchase one if you'd like. But we will have more merch in the future, and we'll be adding to that online store ASAP once we get a few more pictures and merchandise rolling. So be sure to check that out and enjoy the rest of the video. What's the worst thing about your ATV? Like
Everything.
owning one?
All of it.
All right. You just have buyer's remorse.
No, I mean, the worst thing about my ATV is probably the carburetor, because except for when I initially bought my ATV, it has run bad the entire time that I've owned it. And like, I've tried rebuilding the carb a couple times and just taking it apart and cleaning it. But eventually I discovered that there's like holes in the carburetor from rust. So we're gonna be installing a new carburetor on this, and we should have a video coming out about that.
Yeah,
But
so we are in the middle of essentially repairing these things. And we were like, let's film an extra. But I love having an ATV, and mine's not even that fast. I actually wish that mine was utility ATV, and I wish it was a bigger engine. Other than that, I have no regrets in buying this thing.
No,
I think it's so worth it.
I made a joke about everything being wrong with it, but I'm really glad that I bought this, because to be honest, it's the perfect introduction to cars and mechanics. Like when I bought this, I was 16. We hadn't worked on any cars together yet. I had never done anything on any car ever. I knew literally nothing. And so buying this was a great introduction for me, and it made me learn how to take apart the carburetor and just generally learn about engine maintenance. And I did my first oil change on this and a bunch of other stuff. So it's given me a lot of trouble over the years, but absolutely, I think it was worth it for that regard. I mean, this thing started Burnout.
Yeah, and like the way I like to think about it is like you take a carburetor off a car, and like that's a piece of metal, big piece of metal. You take the timing off a car. Those are various different parts. They're fairly large. They're all like the size of your hand. Like the engine is literally, you could lift it up easily with one person and take it out of the ATV. So I agree with you. It's like it gives you, even yours has a cooling component, which mine doesn't particularly have.
Radiator and fan.
But yeah, like even that alone, like learning about that's cool. And I don't know. I think that you're right. It's like a simple way of learning mechanics on this level. And I think that's why there's people out there who like strictly do ATV stuff and stuff like that, small engines, because they're simple. And once you get the hang of this, you could fix a Polaris, you could fix a Kawasaki, you'd get the hang of it real quick.
Yeah, they're all very similar, even if they're different.
Dude, one thing I love about yours is the wide front end of your ATV. Like, that stability is just way better than mine. Like, mine is just like tipsy a little, where yours is like you won't tip, you'll just grip a little.
Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with the fact that this is fully manual. There are times where I wish I could just bank, and just shift constantly without worrying about the clutch. But there are other times where I just grab the clutch and I just coast down a hill, and you're sitting over there like
trying to gas it.
And so, yeah, like for this, sometimes I want that, sometimes I want this. It's nice, but
I'd want that. I'd want manual any day.
Overall, I mean, it's really fun.
Yeah, I'd want manual. Because I remember that summer that you let me take it to New Hampshire. I drove that one, and my dad drove this one.
Yeah.
And dude, I literally was like, this is so great.
It's so fun.
Manual on this thing. So overall, would you buy an ATV? What style ATV would you buy? What brand would you get? Like, what are your thoughts on, like, should anyone get one?
I think it depends on who the person is and what point in their life that they're thinking about buying it. Because I think like my experience, an ATV is perfect for a 16-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid who wants to get into cars and autos and just have some fun and learn while doing it. I think it's perfect for that experience. But I think if you're getting to our age, you kind of stop having time for it. And so I think if you're 24, 25, it's not really worth it to go out and buy an ATV at that point, unless, you know, unless you're really determined and you have a ton of free time, and at that point it's different. But again, it depends on who you are. I think I lean more towards yes, buying one, but make sure you get a good deal and don't get ripped off. I don't know what the market's like right now.
Dude, I would not say you got ripped off. I'd say yours is worth more than what you paid.
Yeah.
Same with mine.
I agree. I think I got a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
I would say definitely get one. I almost like disagree with you on some things and then agree on others. Cause like,
Okay.
I'd say no matter what age you are, buy an ATV. If you want to ride an ATV, like buy one. To rent these things, especially in some areas, is so hard. Like you have to like sign your life away, and they still don't trust you to ride the four-wheeler. And so at that point, it's like just buy one, register it, and not that you'll be cheaper, but like you'll own one and can have way more freedom with it. I think especially like with my own situations, like I bought a sport one obviously, so now I'm like, okay, I outgrew this engine a little bit, and I want to be able to like store something on it, even just like riding. I need to wear a backpack. And so my thought is like, I agree with you in the sense that like for teenagers or whatever, first getting into it, these are perfect sport utility, or really sport ones, but sport utilities as well. But as you get older, like get a utility ATV, like that'll allow you to have way more freedom to like go camping, take a weekend trip, where like you can't really do that on these. And so that's where like I think
Even
anyone,
though we did it.
even though we did it, yeah, you can't do that easily. And so I think anybody should get one. Like obviously think about the purchase, but I think, yeah, if you want to ride, this is totally worth it. Go buy an ATV, register it, and have some fun, and make it a point to like 4 times a year, take an entire weekend and ride. Go places and ride, take day trips as much as you can. Like if you do that, yes, it'll be worth it. If you buy it and ride it once a year, that's when it's not worth it. But yeah, go buy an ATV. So worth it.
But yeah, those are just our thoughts. We kind of differ in opinion a little bit there. But at the end of the day, it's your decision to whatever you want to do. And you're just watching two guys on the internet talk about random crap.
Yeah.
So
I have woods behind my house, so riding this thing is super easy. I used to come home from school and like ride it for half an hour every single day. So like for me, it's like, if you have that space and ability, go for it. If you don't, maybe it's not the best for you. But yeah, as we mentioned, we have various opinions, but we still love our machines, and we will be working on them very soon. Stay tuned for more videos on how to fix these things, and yeah, more extras and videos coming up in the future. So be sure to like and subscribe.
And hey, we also have memberships now. We recently got monetized, and that's a huge deal for us because we've been doing this for a few years now. But if you like our content, if you like us, or if you're just feeling charitable, you can go click the join button right below the subscribe button, and there's a wide variety of levels that you can choose, and there's a bunch of different perks. So definitely go check that out. We got some fun stuff in there for you.
And if you don't know what YouTube memberships are, first of all, you should check it out because it's pretty cool. But second of all, if you just want to donate without becoming an actual member, you can head to burnoutshow.com. Under the shop section, you can donate there and check out our merchandise as well. That's all for this Burnout Extra. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Hello, Paris.
Hi, is James there?
No.
Hi, is James there? Howdy. Is James there?
I should just ask them to take me off their list, because that's like the Department of Police Public Revenue or something. I don't know.
I'm looking for James Patrick Parise.
Not available.
Is this his phone number?
It's actually $1,000 an hour to talk to him. So
Oh.
do you really want to talk to him?
Damn.
They'll be like, boop, boop.
We will be billing you. Who is this? Who's asking?
Oh, God. All right, let's redo that part.